Hey guys, Coach Dom here, just answering a question from Rayanne, and I figured there might be a few people because we've got about 5 or 6 people starting on one-on-one training this week. By the way, this is Willow, and she's my assistant. Well, I guess she's one of my assistants. Anyways, so the question was, the meal plan that you sent me has eggs and bacon and sauerkraut and beets, and I use these with a lot of people. And so just wanted to help explain why. The other thing I'm a big fan of is sardines and fish. So and not tuna or not tilapia or any of that crap. That stuff's garbage. I'm talking fish that actually has fat in it. So eggs and bacon. This is something that's a little bit of a paradigm shifter for a lot of people. Is there's still this really powerful belief that people should eat low fat. Um, and then there's been this if it fits your macros resurgence, which is really annoying because it's confusing the heck out of people. At the end of the day, I find that tracking your macros or tracking your calories, it's okay. I don't feel like it's a sustainable approach. It doesn't need to be that complicated. You don't need to know how many milligrams of sodium you eat every single day in order to get healthy. Okay? And I'll talk about the elephant in the closet right now. Yeah, I'm 310 pounds. I'm also a professional powerlifter, so I eat about 3 times the amount of food of any of the clients I prescribe. And yeah, I actually have I don't even have a 6 pack. So I mean, what do I know about nutrition, right? I've had 6 packs in the past. Right now, I'm just working on pulling 800 pounds, and in order to do that, I got to be pretty big and really strong. So if you're looking at me going, what does this guy know about nutrition? Well, stay tuned because I'll keep talking about it and hopefully I can convince you. This industry is full of people that look gorgeous and know absolutely jack shit about anything. They just won the genetic lottery. So, for me personally, I've been all over the map. I've done the endurance athlete thing when I was in the military. I've done the strength thing. I've done the bodybuilding thing. I've done a lot, and I've learned a lot. And I'm 40, and I've been doing this for a while. Anyways, I'll stop bragging about myself. That wasn't really the intent, but I felt like because I'm saying this video is coming to a lot of new people that have just signed up, and this is their first experience with Coach Tom. I just wanted to clear up why. Well, one, why I haven't shaved yet today. Sorry about that, guys. I haven't actually shaved this week. Yikes. So I better take care of that. Anyways, okay, so 3 minutes in and I'm still just talking about myself. Wow. Awesome. So Rayanne, getting back to your point, man. Why is there eggs and bacon? Why is there sauerkraut? Why are there beets? Well, the beets are actually there because when people start to do resistance training, one of the limiting factors or one of the things that prevents them from recovering and from having a good workout is the ability of the circulatory system to deliver blood to the muscle. And the beets are a wonderful way with which to improve basically the quality of your blood. So they have a number of compounds that allow you to. And I've actually did an article on this 2 months ago, so I'll pull that up and send it out. But they have a number of compounds that basically improve the ability of your blood to transport nutrients. Okay, so if you really don't like the beets, you can get away with using a beetroot extract. It'll achieve the same thing. Basically, they provide a lot of nitrites that are transport molecule that just are transport ions that basically grab onto one thing and help it move and pass through the cellular membrane. Okay, so that's what the beets are doing there for. The other thing that's nice about beets is they have a lot of what we call microbiotic accessible carbohydrates. So what this means is this is the building blocks with which healthy bacteria can consume so that they can populate your stomach. And when they do that, we remediate the function of the digestive system. We improve the function of the digestive system. Remediate just means to take it from a dysfunctional state to a functional state. And when we do that, we see cravings for things like sugar and chocolate decreasing, and we see the appetite for fattier foods increasing. Now, it's an important distinction, guys, to remember that initially, if you're starting a meal plan and you're not at a body weight that you want to be, well, that actually that presupposes the idea that your internal organs are not healthy either. So form follows function. If you, with a lot of exceptions, but if you look and feel healthy, internally you're healthy as well. So the corollary of that is, if you don't feel healthy, if you have low energy, there's probably a lot of things throughout the body that are not going well for you. There you go. Oh, somebody's grumpy this morning. Yeah. Anyways, so there's probably a lot of things in the body that are not going well for you. One of them, the first place that I look, is digestion. So in order to improve digestion, we start talking about sauerkraut and kefir. Sometimes kimchi. And the sauerkraut, and it says in the meal plan, guys, that if you're going to eat the sauerkraut, you've got to make sure it's not the wine sauerkraut version. It's not the kind that's in the jars. Although there's a lot of organic kinds that are found in jars. That's okay. We're looking for just naturally lactobacillus-based fermentation sauerkraut. So what that means is the ingredients should be salt, water, and cabbage. That's it. No preservatives. There doesn't need to be any preservatives. It's a naturally preserving food. The whole point of the origins of sauerkraut came from preserving cabbages and beets and carrots and all sorts of things over the winter. Okay? And the sauerkraut provides probiotics. So we have probiotics and we have prebiotics. Or macrobiotic accessible carbohydrates, which is the big old mouthful that people have come up with. What prebiotics used to be a perfect word for that, but I guess it wasn't fancy enough. Anyways, I think there's a big distinction, so I should probably not just say those two words identical, because they're not quite identical. But as far as a person just trying to wrap their head around this in the beginning, they're identical. Okay, so probiotics actually provide the strains of bacteria that need to go into your stomach. Your stomach has bacteria in it right now, and it has some of these healthy bacteria, but unfortunately it's got some other bacteria present that aren't that healthy. These are actually the bacteria that influence your gut, they influence your taste buds, and they influence your mood. There's a nerve called the vagus nerve that connects the stomach, the colon, the large and small intestines, the duodenum. It connects that system, we commonly refer to that as the gut. It connects that system to your taste buds, to your skin, so it can improve your skin, and to your brain. We often talk about the gut as being the second brain. And the expression, a gut feeling, actually turns out the reason you feel in the gut is because in a lot of cases, emotions, they're predicated upon stress. Emotions that are like a function of stress tend to originate in the stomach, and it's a result of the reaction the bacteria experience. Side note, interesting story. They did this study where they actually populated rats. This sounds kind of horrific, okay, but just bear with me. They did this study where they actually populated rats with really healthy gut bacteria to ensure that they had by the way, we say shore in Atlantic Canada. We don't say sure. We say shore. So a little bit of yeah. Sorry. Okay, so I'm getting back to the point. So they did this really interesting study where they actually severed the vagus nerve in the rat, and then they immersed these two populations of rats, the control group with healthy gut bacteria, and a fully functioning vagus nerve. And it's vagus, not Vegas, so it's Vagus. But anyways, they did this, and they found that, when they immersed these rats in really cold water, they found that once they removed them, the rats that were had their vagus nerve severed were much less capable of returning to a relaxed and easygoing state. I don't know how they assessed that. But it's a really interesting study where basically it says, like, a healthy functioning gut will allow you to deal with stresses more effectively. So there's that. Okay, so that's the sauerkraut. That's the beets. Now, eggs and bacon. Well, guys, for a lot of you, you're talking about, I have a hard time sticking to a diet. I have a hard time not craving carbs. So this is the 1, 2, 3 punch. We've introduced foods that are going to have a prebiotic effect. We've introduced foods that are going to have a probiotic effect. Now we're going to introduce foods that those bacteria are going to want to break down, like fats and proteins. So, yeah, this is, for a lot of you, not everyone, but for a lot of people that are watching this right now, you're being put on, more of a ketogenic diet. The reason is it works great. Is this something we want to do for the rest of our lives? No. Is it going to be hard on your kidneys and liver? No, it is not, okay? If you were to chronically consume excessive amounts of protein for years, then perhaps you may experience some sort of a kidney or a liver problem. And as far as heart disease, it has been widely, the studies that said that high carb, high fiber, low fat diets will help with heart disease have been proven to be completely incorrect, and in the most cases funded by, guess what? Big Farm, because the margins on cereals and bread and these things are wonderful, and they're a great opportunity to make a lot of money. Whereas the margins on eggs and bacon, not so great. They go bad quickly. You can't really commodify these products. So throwing a lot of shit at you here right up from the get-go, guys. But that's why a lot of people believe that eating saturated fat is unhealthy. It's actually very healthy, okay? And one of the things that I actually do and continue to do to stay over 300 pounds is I don't eat more eggs and bacon. I eat a lot of rice, and I eat a lot of pasta, and I don't eat the same way that I'm asking you guys to eat, because I'm actually trying to maintain over 300 pounds. So when I'm trying to get someone lean and mean, and I've done this 500-600 times, okay, so I know what I'm doing. When I'm trying to get someone lean and mean and feeling healthy, then I get them to try to eat more animal products. Okay? So, I think that I've beaten that to death. If you have any follow-on questions, send me a direct message or respond on the feed. I'm going to post this. Rayanne, I'm going to post this in your direct message, but it's also going to be put on the feed for all the groups to see. And hope everyone's having a great day. Thanks a lot. Sorry for going on so long about that, but yeah.